Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV playthrough video. We're continuing with the Realm Reborn Hildibrand quest, and if you didn't catch the first part, you can check it out. The link is in the description below, or you can click up there. I've been enjoying it a lot so far. It's kind of a fun comedic break from the heavy main story quest stuff. The episodic nature of it really feels like I'm watching cartoons or something from back in the day. But yeah, let's get right back into it. Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigating of my own since we last parted. I believe I found our Lapis maiden. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of one Master Guguremu, prominent member of the East Aldenard Trading Company. Isn't that in Star Wars? Her eyes and hair a most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently, her father is the overprotective sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. But all this is about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed. And not just to anyone, mind you, to the heir of the Bruguiere Consortium. The formal announcement is set to be made at a commemorative feast to be jointly hosted by the two family businesses. The venue is Costa Del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is that the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It's here that the thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, have I? So my sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa Del Sol, overseeing the preparations. This is one scoop I'm not going to miss, and you're welcome to come along. Okay, I guess we're going to the beach. Goodness me, I do not miss this place. The company of heroes gives me just straight up PTSD of this place. I like the music though. You're not one of my associates. This banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. If I might have just a moment of, yes, that two-gill sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled phantom thief and his letter of challenge. If you have come to tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. Oh shit. The boys. The brass blades of Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief will be his last. Okay. If the thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Briarden. Consulting Inspector Briarden. Your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, would you propose? I've promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. To renege on my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit of your precious skill. Very well, let us see if your reputation is deserved. But consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. This is all gonna go wrong, he's gonna be pissed. As soon as Hildy gets involved. Such touching concern for his coin purse, if only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident that you could catch our thief this time around? Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi, and it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge, a precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. That's quite the assumption. Even now, the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of one who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I've already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Van, would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would be his father, Morgan. Yalto Nulto and his wife, Sainana, the guests of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Guguremu himself. Finally, we have Lewenhart, a steward of Guguremu's estate, and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players, save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Costa Del Sol. Doubtless the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. I wonder who it is. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. Here he comes. Ah! Hildibrand, Manderville. I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Briardian. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary undercover investigative work. Is that a fish? Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease. Yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor, as only a Manderville man can. Nice hat. And Googles. He does realize there's still a fish on his head, doesn't he? Good, Inspector. I realize we have not seen eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another. What is she doing down there? From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do not try to do anything too stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I will be waiting for you outside Costa Del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to more important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this too. You were there when the Phantom Thief, in the guise of Lady Dorilda, stole off with the treaty blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? That is for me to know. Yes, that is for me to know. You keep your observations to yourself. That or you have none of import. Shit, he's good. Either way, I can respect a man who would listen instead of speak. There are two aspects of the Phantom Thief's costume that drew my interest. First, the utter perfection of the physical disguise. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allows him to change appearances at will. Wait, is a glamour prism thing? This, however, was of secondary concern to me. From movements to mannerisms to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Dorilda, he was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We are dealing with a clever and thorough criminal. Not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise, he studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect that aught is amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, when preparations for the banquet began. This would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantom too. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? I will not say. I'd hoped you would prove more insightful, and yet it matters not. The answer is self-evident. Our thief's first target, one of the brass blades of Gerbera. Strong in number, few of words, able to come and go as they please, a fearsome reputation to scare away any who'd drawn near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for a man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen at his favourite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless, the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to the general security duties, each of the blades has been assigned to serve as a bodyguard for one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us of his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would not have had the time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search of the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Excellent, you're one of the less incompetent assistants I've worked with. Thank the gods, please free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive. There, now tell me all that you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. We just arrived in Costa Del Sol, had a briefing of sorts. Master Guguremu gave us each our orders, who we'd be looking after and the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack in the back of my head. When I came to, here I was, stripped to my skivvies. Much to the chagrin of those of us who have to look at you. You say you received orders from Master Guguremu. Who was to be your charge? My memory's hazy, but one was Morgaunt, father of the groom. The other was the lala-filling gent from Limsa, Yalto Nolto. Now try your best to remember, were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yes, there was also the steward Lewenhart. I was to review with him the schedule of events, discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgaunt, Yalto Nolto, and Lewenhart. Thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead of me, and for the love of gods, just make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. Where does this guy get the gall to order me what to do? I work for a Hildy. Ah, there you are, friend, and not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did you and Inspector Briardian's avenue of inquiry bear fruit? No. Morgaunt, Yalto Nolto, and the steward Lewenhart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I had considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildibrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the Inspector returns. Fear not, friend. The Inspector shall be none the wiser, ha-ha. If he had hoped to nab the fiend for himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so. Ah, there is one of our suspects standing suspiciously under that canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The mere slip of the tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives, in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie, ready your quill. That you might record my every word as I employ the time-honored art of parley handed down from Manderville men of ages past to reveal our foe. I can think of few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you're my favourite assistant, Nashu. Now behold as I ensnare our prey with the web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Okay, let's see it. Good evening, Master Guguremu, and a fine evening it must be, for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella's my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hells are you anyway? Guards, guards! Now hold your chocobos, Guguremu. I recognize this lad. This is Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, have ye? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude. Aye, Vans? The phantom thief. Balderdash or rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed to have such rumours told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. Haha. He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effete, fashion-challenged youth. Most suspicious. He's a damn sight easier in the eyes than you. Oh, burn. That's me, Vans, ever calm in the face of danger. Truly is father's son. A worthy heir to the Bruguiere consortium. And a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Or family, I should say. Ho ho. Which reminds me, Master Vans. Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It isn't all left her neck since the day. But that little trinket, 'twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasures in the realm will be hers once we are wed. Okay, cringe. The time-honored Manderville art of parley? We'd be sleeping with the fishes now I had more not spoke up in your behalf. That said, nothing about my interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Ha ha ha. Let us not rush to such conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yalto, Nolto, and Lewenhart, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. I've not seen your faces around here. With the East Aldenard Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, good sir, very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Aldernard Trading Company. Ha ha ha. Oh, pleasure to meet ye. Do tell, is the Lapis Maiden as lovely as they say? Sainana here is no slouch herself, but like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are me manners? Yalto Nolto at the Bruguer Consortium. And this is me wife, Sainana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. Aye, I dare say this wedding and the joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happening at a better time. What with all the manner of fell beasts and the beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuffs was waylaid by the mandragoras. Nasty buggers, the lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of... you have heard of the mandragoras, haven't you? But of course, I once spent a year honing body and mind with the Fist of Ralgar. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra watsits a day. And your food stores were occasionally raided by the ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragoras, yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithril Eye and educate yourself from time to time? A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it they'll not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from the captivity. Why they struck at the larder here just days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, milady. I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Sainana. Forgive me, wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. And with that, I best go prepare me speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy. None of those three were suspicious in the least. But we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashi, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. The sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. No, where was I? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. The Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. This is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Briardian will be back at any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lewenhart spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briardian will be back before long. Come, Nashu, this is no time to delay. Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Lewenhart spoke true? Ye gods! Are those explosives I spy concealed among these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear that we have found our phantom thief after all. Oh shit, good spot. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Yes, let's put the bombs with the coconuts. Nashu, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choices of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time, and I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event I fear somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Briardian is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Uh-oh. Now let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to a fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Briardian, explode, a fiery demise? Got it. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh, don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? The Inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Briardian come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Two and I will see that the Inspector keeps a wide berth of this beach. You two just get out of here, and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu. We shall return for your creations once Inspector Briardian has been led safely from the scene. Investigation calls us, and we must heed its cry. So Hildibrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Haha, aye indeed. But enough about Hildibrand. Two and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, yes. Ah yes, that spot just over there by the crates should suffice. There of all places? Surely we couldn't find somewhere more scenic. I'm not here on vacation. I'm here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy indeed. Bloody hells, don't worry too. I'll figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs. No, they're just weird coconuts. Is it just me, or is there a bit of chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. Yeah. I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. Sigh, if you insist, Inspector. Through the questioning of a brass blade attacked by our quarry, I have identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgaunt, Yalto, Nolto, and Lewenhart. The 3 of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over... Ahem, are the 2 of you listening? Yeah. Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our conversation elsewhere. Ah, but there is no need. Wait here and I shall build us a fire. Oh, Lord. Ha ha ha. Methinks the Inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. Oh, shit. Here we are, this piece of driftwood shall serve perfectly, and as fortune would have it, I just happen to have a flintstone on my person. Yay! Oh no! There is no cause for alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the Inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Oh no. Whee, it's flying! Oh boy. What have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. The twitch. Could this be another challenge from the fiend? Surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual cards, see? Doubtless it's just the idle ravings of some madman. Yeah, indeed. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. No shit. She's sleepy, or is she about to sneeze? Give up hope. Ye of many faces will laugh last. It is not the lapis maiden alone that shall come to harm. Oh no. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. Oh boy. The final page. Confounding Inspector Briardian will meet a fiery demise. Oh no. Oh. Oh no, now Ellie's gonna die. He's gonna get it. He's so close. Only a Manderville man can do this. While the Warrior of Light just sits there. Bonk. Oh my god. Nice catch, bro. Just don't move. What a hero. He's so good. Oh, oh. Oh, fuck. Well, rip. Rip wedding. Rip Hildy. Rip everyone. Rip coconuts. And he's in the ground again. You saw through the fiend's ruse, but how? Let's just call it a reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? A ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Ooh. Hildibrand Manderville, were you able to learn all of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our quarry proves ever elusive. Excellent. I might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance, yes. Vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of gods? Thal's teeth? Those vegetables cost a fortune, and they're ruined. Agent of inquiry. More like agent of injury and incompetence. You're to replace the supplies that you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot in jail. Okay, dude. What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not, the fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Gururemu bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. Good gods, this is no thief, this is a madman. As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contain imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see? Vegetables that are in particularly short supply these days. What with the mandragoras at large? Even if I were to place the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The mandragoras? I have heard of that fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but very closely resembled Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its colour, which was a deep purple. Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Lewenhart. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of the Gerbera proved unable to resist them. Oh, a formidable foe indeed. Were only there a brave soul in our midst, with a wont for taking on fearsome enemies with not a shred of concern for his own well-being. Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to their rightful owner. Yay! You're truly a godsend adventure. Eek, don't sneak up on me like that. I thought you were a feral turnip, a murderous eggplant, or something like that. Think I jest, do you? You'd be singing a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took out your eye as it did mine. My eye. By the time I regained me wits, they'd already set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined. If I see another bleeding onion till the enemy days, it'll be too soon. To hear most say it, the mandragoras are a nasty lot. A right pain in the arse to farmers and provisioners the realm over. But let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Freeing their fellow fronds from our larders and tables is but the beginning. The bulbous blackguards have a far grander scheme. Revolution. Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Isles of Umbra and see with your own eyes. A veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fellow with the dim expression, I could swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me if it ain't the undead overlord what fancies himself a gentleman inspector, which would make you, aye, could it be, the adventurer what bested the thief and duelist in single combat? Are you the one who bested the duelist? Yeah. Well, bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true the duelist travelled with a demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? But that's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on the notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. And that's exactly the fate we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the bud. And I mean that literally. Friend, my pursuit of the mandragoras has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here, somewhere. Oh, there they are. Hey, onion, mandragora queen. What do I do? Or they're... I just gotta beat them? Okay. Oh, this guy takes like no damage. Jesus. Okay, he's dead. Sick. You return. I feared you might end up a tasty snack for the crazed head of cabbage. I don't lose to fruit or veggies. The stolen foodstuffs. You saved my hide today. Oh, but I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Guguremu is quite particular about his seasonings. Oh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it is time we return to the case. Now there must be some clue that yet eludes us. Or the peppers have changed color. What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe. A gentleman must needs investigate. We're investigating peppers. I know what you're all thinking. Striking shade of blue quite far from the purple that Master Lewenhart described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate. Well, look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for Costa Del Sol. How curious. Did I say purple? I meant a purplish blue, or a bluish purple. The two colors are really quite similar when you think about it. These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. Get him. Ha! The charade is up. After the man, it is as I suspected all along. The goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu, the fiend must be brought to justice. Aw, rip Lewenhart. You can run, but you cannot... Ha ha ha! If you thought you could outsprint this Manderville man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Dude, he's dead. Done in by a snipper, a fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask. Oh, he's alive. Where am I? Who are you? Oh, he wants to play that game, huh? Ha! Playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence. But should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella when... Miss Arabella, I must find her at once. Ugh, my head. It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is the true Lewenhart. I swear on my life that it is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and in the next instant, he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managing to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me. Okay, well, that's some evidence. We've got a scar. Kitchen knife thing. Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our quarry, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet, he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had the time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lewenhart back to the estate that we might ensure Miss Arabella's safety. What is that? They're back. Thought we dealt with these guys. I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess, you seethed with anger at those that took from you what was yours. Oh, there he is, with the gloves. Then it would appear our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. Oh my god, the war of the vegetables. Whatever are we going to do? Bahamut? Easy. A tomato? Not sure, guys. The game is afoot, inspectors. It's Ilbert again, isn't it? Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? Dang, she is pretty. Shit. It's a pity she's getting married. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once. Oh, Lewen, always the worrier. Your concern is touching, but I'm a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers. Lovely though these flowers may be, they are as unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Please call me Hildy. The pleasure is mine, my lord. I have heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella. But still your gentle heart, for as long as Hildibrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Manderville name. The gods smile on me indeed, to send such a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion, and yet... You seem pensive, my lady. Is something the matter? To tell the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vans. Why, I have not even met him. He sent me this clasp as a betrothal gift. A treasure for my treasure. Wear it always, the message said. I do not care how beautiful it is. It might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth you have not even met? Unconscionable. Father says that this marriage must happen. That is for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true old Dan. But if I may be bold, my lady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lewen in as well, though as a servant rather than son. You may think father a cold and miserly man, but to me he is the man who gave me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love Vance, if that will make father happy. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You're a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm going to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. I as well must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Manderville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art that I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it has in my investigations. Or, feeling that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa Del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nash you, Miss Ellie, with me. Inspector Briarden, I've seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How far is your investigation? I've canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own Tiki. There is no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But Inspector Vance and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed's absence. That is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up, or the like? You know, like you always do. Inspector Briarden, I knew the day would come that you recognized my many talents. Worry not about Master Vance. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what must needs be done. The poor sop lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now to the task at hand. I must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect. 2. Find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Servant's garb? But why? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony, Father will be furious, and Lord Vance. We're dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens, and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I've entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Lewen, if Father heard you say such things, I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but 2 skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well, I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? 2. Bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now let us return before the festivities begin. Thanks. Ah, you return. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vance at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? Here, take this breathtaking dress. Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it. But worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vance before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend, I assure you that Inspector Briarden and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Curses, how am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, 'tis an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa Del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bruguera Consortium and the East Lewenhart Trading Company. We trust that you've been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. The Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vance is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yalto Nolto. That's hard to say. Yalto Nolto. Sainana, honoured guests. It's a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son Vance, the future chair of the Bruguera Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Guguremu of the East Lewenhart Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows here today, that the happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden whose beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. Damn you, Hildibrand Manderville, you had one job. Oh no. Oh no. She's She's beautiful. Oh, were the rabble expecting otherwise? She's my bride after all. The forearms. My lady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give your hand unto me. Oh. She's beautiful. My sun and stars, yes, yes, 1,000 times yes, I am yours, I shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenselessly before me. The game is up, Vans. Or shall I call you by another name? The thief of many faces. She's just fallen asleep still. Me, the thief? Are you mad? I wonder how you arrived at that conclusion. It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men in Costa Del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugaremu, and her steward, Lewenhart. That's 3. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vans, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considered in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. True. Damn, he's good. And anyone else with half their wits about them? Oh shit. How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once, lock him up in jail and throw away the key. Arabella? Well, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly, there's a dangerous madman about. Gloves? A glove in his right hand. Could it be? Hildibrand was right. Who the heck is this? Oh, he stole the thing. Ahaha, this man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is not mine. That's the thief, stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him. They don't trust Hildibrand. He's a genius. Oh shit. The vegetables! The revolution has begun. You came all this way from me? You love me? You really, really love me? Oh shit. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for and now I must away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again. This guy's good. Well, we warned you. And they all lived happily ever after. I hear that the real Vans was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. For what, my lady? The banquet was more exciting than I ever could have hoped for. Vans and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildibrand, who taught me this lesson. For the love of God, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue. Yet in the end, he only took her neck piece. Now that you mention it, Master Gugarami told me about the clasp when it first arrived. Engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess, it is one of the most treasured pieces from the Ruger collection, known by many as Azima's virtue. The Maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Oh! Who does it get this time? Hildy again? No? Aww. Rip. Was that a pumpkin or an onion? Hey guys, over here, Inspector. It says, made you look. Oh. Nice. The fiend plays us for fools. Give that to me at once. Bonk. When we next meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once. He may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. He doesn't know. Hear me, man of a thousand faces. Hear me, man of a thousand faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words. When next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably, the Phantom Thief. Most certainly. Parlay minigame is not available. You unlock the parlay minigame. Entertain yourself as many a Manderville man has before you by opening the toy chest in any inn room. Okay. Next time on. To the victor goes a priceless treasure. With the smile of a champion, holds secrets untold. Oh shit. Are 8 legs better than 2? Can a Manderville man triumph over terrors and win the day? Find out next time. Chicken. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom, but be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key and a figurative one at the same time? Is that even possible? Guess we'll find out next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, it really helps with the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new upload. Also, follow me on Twitch if you haven't yet. All the links are in the description below. Come say hi, hang out during streams. I hope to see some of you guys over there. Anyway, peace.